Hey y'all, I'm gonna introduce myself and I hope you can hear me. Let me turn this up. Turn this up. I hope you can hear me. Um, this is I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. Um, Let me just do my introduction. I'm Chino. I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens. Um, this is really nerve wracking. I'm 34 years old. I'm in Florida right now. I moved out here 2 years ago. Um, I was in Orlando for a little while, but now I'm in Madison, Florida. That's like on the brink of Florida and Georgia. I'm like right here in the middle. Um, I'm not sure what else will go in the introduction besides everything that I'm going to be talking about. I don't know if I see somebody here. How are you? Thank you for stopping by. I'm nervous, so I mean, please, like, let me know if you can't hear me. Any of those things. Just let me know. Um, I'm new to this. I'm gonna keep saying I'm nervous as hell because I am. Um, but yeah, so I had a podcast called Raw Conversations. I'm on like Spotify. I started it in August, and I wanted to basically take my feelings, my emotions, and just my life. I wanted to just put it out because I was never able to speak as a child. I was never able to talk. I was never able to get my emotions out, and I just fucked up everything. But aside from that, I I took to audio because it's easier for me to talk to people and kind of like not look. So I guess the fact that it was audio was a little easier. Um, I don't have much of a backdrop like everybody else does. I don't really care. I figured I'd just make it as raw as I can. That's really all I know how to do. That's why it's Chino's Raw Corner, Raw Conversations. I smoke too, but I don't have any right now. So that's probably another reason why I'm losing my shit. But it's nevertheless. Um, so it's basically going to be about everything. This whole channel is going to be about everything. I'm going to try and post, I don't know. I would say every day, maybe every day is, I'm saying every day now. Tomorrow, I might feel a different way and end up fucking gone for a month. And I know that's not right. So have to kind of give myself the confidence to keep my goal. Um, I'm not even sure how to express myself, but okay. If can you see if you guys can see my description, I can't see where it is, but people say, description is down below and all of this shit. So if you see it, then subscribe, share if you can. Um, if you see it, it says, mental illnesses. I'm just gonna just start because that's what I deal with all day, every day, no matter how positive or whatever I try to be. The shit don't work. It don't work. But mental illnesses, I have four. Now I said I was 34 years old. Like I said, I'm 34. I just turned 34 April 4th. Um, Before that, I was in New York my whole life, born and raised. Like I said, just moved out here 2 years ago. So that whole time I was in New York, I wasn't I didn't go see any doctors. I didn't do any of that stuff. I was just, always I was so used to hearing how angry I was, or like, I don't know, how aggressive, how um I look like I don't care, or I'm doing too much, or I'm extra. I hate that. I'm extra, or whatever the case is. And it's like, when you try to tell somebody that you feel what you feel, you really feel what you feel. And it's like, I have no way to express it other than how I know how to express it. And it's like, growing up, let me just back up. I'm gonna back up. I'm new, so I can't. It's a lot. 'Cause I got all this shit running back and forth. It's doing too much. But my four disorders: general anxiety disorder. Well, my doctor said it was. She didn't say it was a severe case. She was like low. She said it's low moderate. Um, RAD, which is also known as reactive attachment disorder. Um, complex PTSD. That's fucked up. Complex PTSD and borderline personality disorder. So just got goosebumps. So this whole 32 years, 33 years, because I didn't ask for any help. I didn't look for any help. I didn't, not saying that I felt I didn't need it, because I always asked for it. I always felt like everything I was feeling was too much. Like, too much. I get angry and I'm like off the wall angry. And it's like, I don't cry like that. I would say these past 2 months, I probably cried more than I have in my life. I cried this morning. I've been up since 4 o'clock, just like sitting there, and like, even right now, I got my phone next to me. I'm trying to research. I don't know if you guys can see. It's a doctor who was talking about pure and complex borderline disorders. Like, he's saying that it's two different kinds. But anyway, I was doing research since I woke up last night too, and the day before that, of complex PTSD and borderline personality disorder, because it sounds messed up. Like, it sounds messed up. It feels even worse. And the fact that it's like four different things. The anxiety is not really, I'm saying not really, but yeah, it is. Sweaty palms, fast heartbeat, my feet are clammy. Um, but that, I've been dealing with that. So that's like, it's not bad unless I have like a real intense, like, anger, or it's something I need to get out right now and I can't, then I'll feel like I'm having like a heart attack, or I feel like I can't breathe. All of this hurts. My hands get messed up. This, palms and everything sweaty. It's real crazy, man. Like, so, I mean, I see there's someone watching, if you can just let me know that you hear me and everything is cool, um, that'll be great. Um, so I'm just going to talk about all of these things. All of these things. I don't know how to edit videos and put certain things here and do all of this stuff. I have a bunch of hashtags here with suicide hotlines, text this and text that, in case you can't talk on the phone at the time, you do feel a crisis and you can't call or you can't talk. I knew nothing about any of these things. And I went to school, bless you. I got 2 dogs. But I went to school for these things and like psychology and all of this other stuff. So it's like childhood development, I was reading up on those things and they would touch a nerve every time. Every time. And it's like, you know what? I should have got more information on that because I'm jumping all over the place. If I don't seem, I don't know, I don't really have much of an expression. That's a sign. That's one of the, when my doctor spoke to me, he she said it was a sign, like a tall tale sign, or however they say it, of reactive attachment disorder. I have like no, this is me all day, every day. This is my face. I mean, I do smile. I do, I crack up. All of those things are short lived. Like they're really, really short lived. So it's like it don't last long at all. You know what I mean? It don't last long. I can have the most meaningful conversation and I'll be sitting here looking at you just like this. But my words will tell you something different. Like my words will tell you that I'm feeling something different. You feel me? So I'm just gonna start because I don't know what else to do. I don't know if there's a lot of things I don't know. But okay, so we're just gonna talk about it because, like I said, I'm new to this. There's a lot of things I don't know. These are just reading glasses. They're gonna look weird. They're gonna look huge. It helps me see, so I'm just gonna fucking put them on. So with my other podcast, look like a fucking turtle. With my other podcast, at the end of the videos, I always say, energy travels, even through the phone. Keep yours. I try to add that at the end of each one of my podcasts because I feel like the talk is so draining. I feel like it's so draining. I feel like I bore the people I'm talking to. I feel like I take forever. It's a lot of thoughts going on in here. It's a lot going on in here. So it's like I know what I want to say, but there's a lot of things that conflict with me saying. It's like I say, just an example, like before I got on this video, I was cool. Like I was talking to myself, like, all right, you just need to stop procrastinating. Just do it already. Everybody's telling you this, that, and the third. You got it. You can do this. You can do that. And then literally 30 seconds later, I'm like, they're going to be sitting here looking at some ugly motherfucker. I'm going to be taking mad long, trying to get my thoughts out. They're going to get bored. They're going to leave. Nobody's going to watch my channel. Nobody cares about mental illness. It's always negative. It's always negative. And it fucking sucks to go through life like that. And I try so hard to not be that way. It's so hard. But I try not to be that way. And to express to somebody that you really can't help it is like you might as well be talking to a brick wall. You might as well be talking to a brick wall. Because the people that don't understand, it's like a brain injury, you're like rewired up here. Which like you're rewired. So where you might tell me, example, I got my ass beat a lot as a kid, but I'm gonna give you an example. So I'm gonna take my shoe off. Do you see how I tie my shoes? You can't really. Okay. It's just a knot. It's not really, I don't tie it for real. I just put a little knot in it. And it's not really a knot. It's like, put two strings together. Where's my headphones? Because it's real easy. I can pull it out and it's fine. Right? So, example, I'm 8 years old, 7. And me and my mom, we about to go out. We about to go to Green Acres. So I'm getting dressed. I'm finding my shit. I'm getting my clothes, whatever. I'm getting dressed. And I find the sneakers that I want to wear. One of them has a knot in the laces. So where I have my other shoe on, I'm ready to go. I'm just, my mother's rushing. Let's go. Not really rushing, but you want to be ready. So when it's time to go, you're not left. So, you're almost ready, whatever. I threw my shoe out the window. I got mad. I slammed it, threw it on the floor, picked that shit up, picked up the window, and tossed my sneaker out the window. My mother was tight. She was so tight. And the only thing I remember feeling is I wanted to break everything. Because one, now that was one of my favorite shoes. 2, I don't like knots. It's I don't like not being able to do things. You understand what I'm saying? So me taking out a knot is really like, right now, like as I'm like older, I found ways to get through it. If I do see a knot and it's, my brain is I'm messed up, but then I'm really, really, really smart. So it's like, I can see the knot, I can see how it's formed, whatever, and I can pick out which one to pull apart to unravel the rest of the shit. That can be anything that's confusing or whatever. That's just me. It's in anything that's complex to someone else, and like the naked eye to me is I can do it like that. But then knots? No. No. I told y'all not even supposed to be here. The landlord, they don't even want dogs here. I got 2 damn China, and can you stop? Stop. Just play. This is another reason why I didn't want to do it, because I'm going to be distracted and you're going to see the response. I didn't even want to do it. I didn't even want to do the damn video because I spoke to my counselor before that. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. When I was crying earlier, I called her and I'm like, man, I'm feeling real bad right now. I'm feeling real bad. And the only reason I'm crying right now is because I don't want to put my head through this glass. I can't respond the way I want to. There's consequences for everything. And in that moment when I'm feeling something, I cannot help but do what my body says to do. Whatever my head says to do, it just happens. It's fucked up. But yeah, I told them, I'm like, man, I don't want to do it. I don't want them to see me crying. I don't want them to see me at my worst with this anger shit. I don't want them to. It was a lot of things. And she was like, I think that's exactly what you need to do. Because there's people out there who they want to know that there's somebody out there who's, I mean, there's people who's probably dealing with the same shit and they don't know how to, you know, they don't have nobody to talk to maybe, or maybe they feel the same way I do. And maybe they don't have enough courage to come on here and do this. I didn't have it before I got in the shower. I wasn't doing it. It's been sitting here. Like I had the draft, whatever lined up. It's been sitting there for 2 months. And it was supposed to be the first 2 diagnoses I was supposed to do the video for. But then going to the doctor these past 2 weeks, I went 2 weeks ago, and I'm hearing these other 2. I was fucked up for these past 2 weeks. Like, I think like 3-4 days last week. Yeah, like 3 or 4 days out of last week, I didn't even feel like I was here. I didn't even feel like I was here. I barely slept. Average, I get like 4 hours of sleep a night. That's been like that since I was a teenager. So I'm getting like 3-4 hours. Tops, I might get like almost 5. And that's fine. But I felt like I wasn't even in my own, like I knew I was there. I felt like I was there. Like I knew I was there, not felt like I was there. I knew I was there. You're in the world, you can obviously see that. I can obviously see that. But I didn't feel like I was there. I couldn't tell I was sitting down. I couldn't tell that I was really, besides the fact that I'm seeing that I'm sitting down, I was seeing that I was walking. I wasn't there. It was like I was watching myself outside doing all of these things. So I'm just going to start. I keep saying that, I know. But I'm going to start. So one thing I like to do is research everything. Everything. I research everything. Whatever I question, I look up everything. That's something that my mother always, that's something that she always, when I would ask her what something was, she got me this big dictionary when I was young. So when I was in trouble, I would usually go back to it. Or if I asked her, Mom, what does this mean? Or didn't I get you your dictionary? Where's your dictionary? Like shit like that. So I'm used to looking things up, not really asking people for answers, I guess. So I did a lot of research. And got some hashtags, the hashtag mental health, hashtag never alone. I'm now paying attention to the things I need to pay attention to. That's messed up that it took me to actually, and I never even thought that I would even have it. I just always felt like my anger was just too much. I never thought it was all of this shit. I just wrote it off as having like a really bad temper. Like real bad. That shit feel like fire, like. But nevertheless, I realized that I had to write down that the month of May is basically mental illness month. So that's going to be another tattoo that I'm going to get. Yeah, I do a lot of random things. Like every little thing that I care about, I either want to, I don't know, tat it on me, save it, take a picture, just like anything. Like it is, I have things that I've kept for a long time just because it means if I get rid of it, I feel like a part of me is kind of going to. Like I that's like all I have. That's pretty much what I'll say. That's all I have. Like it's. I'm gonna let you guys know my story after, if I can even fucking get through this. It's doing too much, but okay. So got the book here. Oh yeah. So this morning, this book didn't look like this. I had this book for 6 years, and the book it looked brand new. If I show my twin this book, she's gonna lose her mind because this morning it did not. Like yesterday, it didn't look like this. But I got up to research these exact things that I'm about to read to you. I woke up this morning researching it. Sat right here, same place I'm in. Played my Xbox, but I was listening to videos, watching videos. And I got frustrated when the doctor, Dr. Ramani from Med Circle, she's great. I didn't hear about her until today, but the interviews that she has and the way she explains things, she makes it so easy to understand and it's clear. Dr. Ramani, you follow her on Twitter. I know she's on Facebook, all over YouTube. I'm gonna get some more information and let y'all know as we go by. But I always feel like I have to put everything into one thing. What I mean by that is knowing that it's a podcast and this isn't just one video that I'm about to do. I feel like everything that I know I need to throw into this video. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna run down what's in here and just give you like a backstory. Probably like towards the end. And I don't know, I guess some more information about me or whatever. I don't know. This is like kind of embarrassing, to be honest. But so I wrote the question down. Do you feel people just take their raw emotions as something to diagnose themselves? Just to give you a sense that they may understand, how you're feeling. So I asked myself that question. Do I think that people do that? Yeah, I think so. Because I hear it all the time. Or even before I was even diagnosed with these things, I pay attention to everything. So watching TV, being out in the world, I know a bunch of people, so it's like seeing the way they respond to somebody being like actually being sick. It's like, do you not know what? Obviously they don't know, but it's like you have to tread lightly. You have to tread lightly. Guys, my dogs are inside their pillow right now, like inside the pillow, both of them. Ridiculous. Akasha. Okay, you was just laying there. Never mind. I'm just checking to see if y'all was breathing. Because she wasn't moving. All right. You saying hi? Okay, but I gotta do this video. Y'all scratching me. Come on with this extra shit, man. Them nails? Bruh. Y'all trained when I say all right to sit down, but y'all get too extra. Like you be doing too much. You be doing too much. Now, what if I scratch you? You're not gonna like it. Can I bite you? I didn't call you because you was coming. She came nails first. Again, I'm not with that. Y'all gonna have to wait until this is done, and then y'all can just play and do whatever. But I do stop chewing on that. I do feel like watch out. I do feel like people like they don't know, so they don't respond in the way that they're supposed to respond. Like if somebody says, hey, I don't feel this, or can y'all watch out, I feel this, I feel that, and it's like, oh no, you're all right, or no, don't worry about it, you just this, or you just that, or when you explain to them how you feel, then they'll go to their personal, their however they're feeling, and move try to use whatever you're feeling to, I guess, compare to what they're feeling. And then it's like, maybe I got this too. Maybe I got that too. Maybe this and that. No. And then once that happens, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm trying to find some type of light. But once that happens, I don't even want to talk about it anymore, because now I called you because I was having emotion. Like you're who I can speak to. So I called you for that reason. And now you're basically trying to tell me, or you're trying to just be in the same boat that I'm in. You want to validate your feelings as what's wrong with me, like, or what's wrong with somebody else. You have mood swings, so you automatically think you're bipolar. It's annoying. You got to do your fucking research, because even before this, if you said something stupid or you said something wrong, I'm like, yo, like, what you doing? Like, do that make sense? My responses to try and get you to come back, understand what you just said. What if somebody said that to you? What if the shoe was on the other foot? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta word your shit the right way, or at least try and understand. Or if you don't truly understand, don't say nothing. This is for me. I don't know how it is with everybody else. Everybody's responses is different. Everybody feels differently, obviously, right? I feel like I'm in a different place now, to where if I come now, I'm picking and choosing who I'm talking to. This is where I'm at right now. I'm picking and choosing who I'm talking to. My phone rings and I'll look at it if it's not somebody that I can trust to speak to, because this is not something that's off and on. This is 24/7, all fucking year round, and it's constant. So we're gonna have good conversations, but in those conversations, I'm still gonna have my negative feelings. I'm still gonna say things. You can still hear all, my the way I feel about you. My nose ring. The way I feel about you is not gonna change. If I have you on a pedestal, which is something I need to cut out, I realize I do that a lot. But if I have you on a pedestal, you're on that pedestal until you show me why you don't need to be up there. Or if you do something that makes me feel like you don't need to be up there. And then you're nowhere in the middle. You're either here or you're nowhere around, period. So if I can't trust you with my emotions and the things that I'm trying to say, the things that I'm trying to get out, I can't fuck with you. Like, I really feel like I'm about to lose a lot of friends, because What I'm actually about to do is leave this house that I'm in. I just realized that I just thought it was a bad relationship, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I just thought it was a bad relationship. But then talking to my mom and talking to those choice people, those chosen people, those few people that I actually hold close, with them, don't you dare, with them telling me that I'm basically in an abusive relationship, because I'm not getting hit. I'm not getting hit. But emotionally, it's abusive. Verbally, it's abusive. Um, and I found myself like losing it for little things. And I'm like, well, I remember, man, she would have caught me 10 years ago. This is what I'm saying. She would have caught me 10 years ago. You know what I mean? Whatever like that. None of this should be going on. None of it. I got older and I tried to, have a little peace about myself because I'm too angry. I can still sit here and tell you I'm angry to this day, like mad as hell. But I can still live, like I can still talk to y'all, I can still mac, like just don't do no dumb shit. Cause I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say something, cause that's what I try to practice instead of picking up my hands. You know, 2013 to like 2012 to like 2017, 18, 17. I was trying to work on my patience, work on not just responding. Like I tried to work on not just reacting off of everything because I'm quick with my shit and I don't care. Like, not saying I don't care. I can't help it. That makes me not care. Um, Actually, I really don't. I can't even say that I really don't. I'm just trying to justify it. I don't, because you supposed to know what you do and what you say. So if you know me and you respond a certain kind of way, you do certain things, and I don't fuck with it like that, you cannot be mad at my response. You can't be mad at what I do. You can't be mad at what I say. You can, but you can't. You feel me? Like I would never, if I know my friends, I would never use what hurts them against them, basically, is what I'm saying. And this is what happens in this house. I feel it in certain relationships. Feel me? Like friends, family, just certain relationships, period. I'll feel that way. So I feel like I'm gonna have to cut off a lot of things. Oh, my twin is texting me. The air helped. Okay. And see, the thing with, it's hard to deal with something. I'm not even gonna say that. I'm just forget I said that. Um, like I was saying before, I'm gonna have to start cutting people off. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to start cutting people off because I feel like already you're not even where I need you to be. I already have negative everything. Everything is negative in my head. It makes it hard to go, even to get through a day is exhausting as fuck. It's so exhausting. It's super exhausting because I'm feeling a bunch of things at once all day, every fucking day. I'm always feeling extra. So I need someone that's, I typically don't feel like anybody even cares about me, to be honest, but I know that there are people, and I feel like I have to figure out who those people are. I know off top, I know at least four people, five people that I can genuinely talk to. And now my counselor, who I met 2 weeks ago, my counselor and another woman at this place called the Appalachian Center in Florida. Like I said, I'm in Florida, so those two people, they're they've now been added to the list. They call me every day to check on me. They call me every day to check on me. So I appreciate that type of, I'm not saying attention, but that type of care, like, because at any time I could lose it. And it's like my people don't, this is gonna let everybody that I know, if they actually watch it, they're gonna know why I am how I am. And some people might leave, and I can't tell you whether I'll care or not, because it's really not hard for me to get over shit. And I just asked her the other day, my counselor, like, is how bad is that I can just get over stuff so quick. And basically that's another thing from reactive attachment disorder. Comforting myself. Just comforting myself. I'm gonna get to it. I'm just I'm talking to you guys. This is it's gonna be like a, obviously like a diary vlogging kind of thing or whatever. Um Normally I'll have music and stuff on to kind of soothe my nerves. You'll probably hear a TV here, a TV there, because it's too much. It's like it's really loud in here. So what I try to do is block it with as much noise as I could possibly get. Like as much noise as I could possibly make, I try to block it. So I'm turning up everything. My Xbox is on, so that TV's loud. I'm watching probably like First 48 or some cartoons or something on this one. That's loud. I got, if I'm watching my phone, like a video on my phone, I got my headphones in. So I miss a lot of stuff that I'm just trying to drown out. But I mean, it helps like 30%. Helps like 30%. But okay. So yeah, I think do I feel like people use their, yeah, I do. And I think that's like I said, that's another reason why I feel like I'm gonna have to start cutting people off, because I don't have the patience for that. I don't have the patience to sit there and fucking play with you while you self-diagnose yourself when there's niggas out here suffering for real, for real. Like I'm not gonna play with you. It's not like I played before, but I was already a protector of people. I still am. For anything that's wrong, I don't anything that's wrong. I'm just not with. And raw, it stands for a lot of things. Like you see the R.A.W. It can stand for whatever, right and wrong. That's mostly what it was. It's right and wrong. Like um, for my conversations for my audio podcast, I was just speaking out. But I'm just yeah, they just gonna have to go because I won't be able to figure it out. I won't be able to figure it out, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. I don't want to do the wrong thing, especially since there's really no cure for these things. I'd just be shit. No, I'd just be like messing myself up even more because then I won't stop thinking about it. So let's just do it. Um, so I'm gonna go to automatic. There's some quick facts that I wrote down. It says the English language has over 3,000 words for emotions. That was news to me. I found it pretty cool, actually. Um, but that's a quick fact. And another one for the people who have children, I don't have any, but for the people who have children, it also says when dealing with school age kids, 20 to 30 minutes a week with just teaching them how to properly pinpoint what could be wrong, like showing them the way with their emotions, how to deal with them, responding correctly, spending that quality time with them for 20 to 30 minutes a week. Because kids are their attention span is fairly short unless it's something that they care about, but I think it's pretty short. um that's a good enough time. And it says that it'll help with school performance and social behaviors. So if that's something, I think that's something that maybe you guys should look into. Not really look into, but probably do it. Coming from somebody who did not have it and now is suffering. So I think that it'll be cool. Um, and you'll be saving that child. To be honest, you'll be saving that child. So I think that would be something to do. Uh, Let me get this book. Trying to see where it's better light. I'll try to make it with better light in here. I don't know, y'all. I'm just gonna go in the damn kitchen. Uh, let's come over here. So, let's see if I can set this up. You guys, I'm really mad that I messed up my book. I can't even lie to you. I'm mad I messed up that book. I had that book for like 6 years. And it never had ripping a page, nothing. And I felt so like strong about I don't even want to say that I don't even remember, but I do remember. Well, okay. Researching this stuff and hearing the things that Dr. Romney was saying, it brought like the stories and everything back. Like it brought everything back. So I kind of spaz, y'all. Like I ain't gonna lie. I spaz for real. Like, and I tried not to. I was looking at what was in front of me, and I wanted to punch through the table. I wanted to toss the table. Like I wanted to fuck up everything. The only thing that I felt would not cause like any trouble would be to take this book that I fuck with so much that is now ripped to damn shreds. And you know y'all don't belong in the kitchen, so move it. Shreds. Okay? This book was great. Even yesterday. Now it looks like this. Just picked it up and just like damn thing bounced and slid across there, and by the time I was over it, which was like 10 minutes later, when I went to go get the book and I looked at it, I'm like, damn, now I gotta go get another book. That was basically my favorite book to write in. All my information and things that's, in here, not the bad things, but the things to try and help me cope, the things to try and help me get my emotions out, because there's really nobody that I can really talk to. I wrote it in this book. And I told y'all don't go over there. It's nothing for you. Y'all gotta end up in the cage because you think I'm playing. You really think I'm playing. Y'all think I'm playing. So I'd have to get a whole nother book now. And I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot. But reactive attachment disorder, from what I know, without looking at the book, from what I know, it can you basically can only get reactive attachment disorder from your primary caregiver, um, and it can only stem from it can develop. It can only develop from 8 months to 5 years old. Within that time frame, 8 months to 5 years old. Reactive attachment disorder. That was one of the first two diagnoses that I had, along with the other one was general anxiety disorder, which, like I said before, I've dealt with it. I found my ways to deal with that. I've been dealing with it for so long, so I found my ways to get around that. Listening to music, moving myself from people, and just chilling, trying to breathe, smoking, until it got real bad, and I felt like it was kind of crippling. But then you would sleep, or try and bathe. A lot of people can't even get out the bed like that, but try and bathe to that water feels good sometimes. You know what I mean? So it can only happen. The reactive attachment disorder can only be stemmed. It can only be developed from 8 months to 5 years old. And in a second, I'm just gonna grab my phone and get those. I guess only way I could say it is like plain as day symptoms of people with the disorder, and then I can give you a better understanding. Oh shit! So in my book, where you at? Right here. So reactive attachment disorder, it says, is also um, a rare. Sorry, it's also a rare disorder, uncommon, and very serious. Um, what happens with that is, as a child, just as a baby and as a child, you're supposed to have those. I'm just gonna say, basically, you're supposed to be waited on, hand and foot. Somebody's supposed to be there, hand and foot, for all your needs. For everything that you need. And what happens with people in reactive attachment disorder? There's a bunch of things that kind of tie that in, but the main thing is missing that form of trust, that form of safety and security from your primary caregiver. Um, in which my case was my mom, and it took me 2 months to even tell her, 3 months to tell her that I even had it, because our relationship was never like great. Our relationship was never great. Hold on, guys. Sit down. Y'all always sit because you keep picking stuff up off the floor. No matter how much I mop and sweep, you still picking shit up. Stop picking stuff up. Just chill. You got mad toys. That don't make no sense. So, yeah. Where was I? Reactive attachment disorder. Your needs are not being met. It took me a couple months to tell my mom because, like I said, our relationship was not always so strong. It wasn't strong at all. We argued about a lot of things. We've always argued about a lot of things. I was never able to really speak. I feel like I feel like not really feel like, but pretty much what it was. Hold on a second. Pretty much what it was she felt like the things that I was about to say, because I didn't get to say it. The things that I was about to say were going to be rude, or this is obviously as I got like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, so on and so forth. The things that I was about to say, she would think would be rude, or she is. Like I said, I was labeled aggressive. I was labeled angry. So when it was time for me to express myself to somebody, you see what I'm doing right here? You see how I'm talking like this? They wouldn't like that. So automatically it was, calm down. What's wrong with you? Well, you need to figure it out. But it wasn't, what's going on? It wasn't a safe space where I felt I could speak. So reactive attachment disorder. It says there was a circle on the. I was watching, like I said, I was watching the doctors talk, explain what was going on. So they put a slide. They put some slides up, and it was basically, they got the little circle shit. So the top of the circle, it says baby has needs, right? And then baby cries, needs not met. So baby has needs, baby cries, needs not met. And then this side, to close the circle, it says trust not developed, rage developed instead. 8 months to 5 years old. Baby has needs, baby cries, the needs are not met, and the trust is not developed, but rage is developed instead. So that's when I remember a whole lot of shit, y'all. But we're not gonna talk about all of that right now. We're not gonna talk about all of that today. We got time. Like, this is gonna be something that I'm on, but I just want to get some stuff out. So with reactive attachment disorder, it says that we're emotionally withdrawn, rarely and minimally seeking comfort in distress. I surely won't, because I don't feel like anybody cares as much as if it's too like, if I feel like it's too much and I can't handle it, I'm looking through my phone, or I'm going through my head to try to figure out, who do I really trust enough to tell these things to. And up until yesterday, I was really keeping stuff to myself. Is that the floor or the potty? Guys, I'm going to get rid of these dogs. I have to, because I don't think that I can, I take care of them. I've been taking care of them. It's been 5 months. I've been taking care of them, but I feel like I speak way too much. I feel like I yell way too much. And I know that they don't deserve it. I don't hit them, but yelling, I know that's messed up. Something else that I can't really help, but I can't do it. All day I'm up cleaning. I'm tired all the time. Sit down. They both just peed on the floor. Now, before I started this, I mopped the floor. I go through this every day, telling them not to pee on the floor, not to pee on the floor. They know where to go to the bathroom. They would wake up out their sleep and go where they're supposed to go. So why the hell 5 months later don't you know? I don't want to scream. It gives me a headache. It makes me feel bad because then I'm telling you to sit down. And then it's like, even if I say go play, you're still just sitting down. Or if you go to a part of the house that you're not supposed to be in and I tell you, come out of here or leave from there, you just go and sit down. I don't want to feel like I'm saying the wrong thing to when they can be in a happier house. I'm not even happy in this house myself. So I can't even expect to I can't I don't know what I expect. But I know I have to clean that piss up though. Fucking I can't just leave it there. So it's like I have to I can't just leave it there. I always have so much water out for them. Like they uh, I'm glad that I labeled it living with mental illnesses and life around it. Or I don't know what else. Maybe I just put life. It fucking sucks. It sucks. Cause I can't have a good day. I'm having something right now. I can't have a good day, like at all. I get up after fucking 3 hours of sleep. And it's not like when the chick that I live with is here, the one that's verbally and fucking emotionally abusive. It's not like she helped me fucking clean. So I'm basically a slave in here. I can't have a peaceful fucking day to save my life. Like, I asked for space, like in a corner or something, for me to be able to go and sit somewhere. I can't even get that. Oh, if we're in a relationship, you have to figure out how to do this and how to do that. Give me my shit. Like, give me my space. It's either give me my space or I'm gonna react in a way that I'm scared to fucking react. Like, people don't understand this shit. Like, two of these disorders, it makes me, when I tell you intense fucking emotion, anger is really bad. It might as well be a fucking nuclear explosion inside your body, taking everything up. And then once that's over, add 10 more. Add 10 more in rapid fucking succession. Like, it's bad. And I live with it. Actually hearing a name for it, it makes me understand more. But before that, I just felt like I could really kill somebody. Like, it's really bad, y'all. Feel me? So I don't want to be in a place where I feel that way. I don't want to talk to anybody or be around anybody that's not giving me some sense of peace. If I can't feel like I'm light around you, if I can't feel like a damn feather around you, I can't have you there. Because I get everything. Somebody could walk into this room right now, and whatever the hell they got, whatever they feeling, I'm feeling it. On top of what the hell I'm going through. It's too much. And I don't want to do the wrong thing. I don't want to do the wrong thing. I don't want to say the wrong thing. And I feel like nobody understands. So it's only thing left for me to do is keep it to myself. Whole reason why I'm doing this now. The whole reason I'm doing this now. And I don't know how people are gonna respond, but I can't care because and then I just fucking I'd sit there and not do anything. I wouldn't do anything about it. I wouldn't speak about it. I'd just sit there and stew in my shit and not try and get better. Which it happens. But sometimes I just can't help it. Nevertheless. Nevertheless. Okay, I said we left off on reactive attachment disorder with rarely and minimally seeking comfort in distress. So the next one is also minimal social and emotional response, little positive affect. That's the way that's the way they pronounced it in the doctor videos, and they said affect is like another word for mood or emotion. So little positive affect, um, periods of unexplained irritability, feelings of being fearful, sad, abhorrent social behavior. I have to look those things up. The abhorrent social behavior. I'm not. I don't be sad. I do be sad. You're lying. I don't be sad. I do be sad. I'm sad about the things that I'm sad about is just people leaving. That's my only issue. People leaving. And you have something and you connect with that something and you love that something, you want that something, you need that something. Mom, like your parents. That's my main thing. The main people that I grew up around, I get sick to my stomach and I think too heavy about it because I know one day we're all gonna have to die, right? So in my mind, I'm getting older. They're getting older too. It can be any day now. In my mind, it could be any day now. When in all actuality, my grandmother might actually live to be 105. My mom might actually live to be 102. She might even get up to my fucking 90 something. But in my mind, she don't have long. So it's like I get real sad about that because already our relationship it doesn't suck anymore. It's getting a lot better. Since I've been here these past couple of months, I've been talking to these past 2 months. I've been talking to her a lot more. She actually gave me the floor to speak for the first time, and I was actually nervous to keep speaking because she gave me the floor. I felt like I was going to say something wrong and send her off, like set her off or whatever the case was, but I was so in it I couldn't even stop. And then after that, she decided to ask, what's wrong? Like, why you feel like that? It made me feel good because she actually asked. You understand what I'm saying? But my dad, yeah, I'm going to feel some type of way, but then I'm not used to him. So I'll cry because we did spend 4 out of my 34 years together. So yeah, I'll cry for that. But it's probably going to be for like 3 seconds. As opposed to my mom and my grandmother, those things make me sick to my stomach. So, yeah, those are my sad feelings. My fearful feelings is basically, can I do everything I want to do on my own without help? I know I can, but this is a different story. Like, I know I can, but this is a different story. I'm telling myself that, but then at the same time, just like I said, at the same time, I'm like, hey, man, I'm talking to myself in the shower, like, I want to do this podcast finally. If I don't, it's just going to be sitting there. I'm ready to talk to people. Like, that's what I like to do. I'm about to talk to people. I'm going to get this out here. I'm going to do this finally. Boom. And then right after that, everything negative. They're not even gonna like it because and it's like are they gonna be bored and all of these things. So it's like I guess I'm scared of what I'm not trying and what I don't know, I guess. Because everything else, I'm really not scared. I don't really care about anything else. Death has always been the biggest scare for me, and now I guess how people see me. But that's crazy because I can go outside feeling like I don't give a fuck who look. I don't care who's looking. And wear what I want. I can have on like 8 different colors and I still won't care because I'm comfortable. So with that, I'm cool. Like outside, I'm cool. But then when it comes to like if I'm really having a conversation with somebody and I'm like sitting in their face, talking to them, somebody I really care about, I'm scared to talk to you. Because I don't know what you're gonna say. It's easier for me to talk to somebody when they're not there. And that's messed up because on the other side of that, I need them there. Like I want them there. It's like a big mind fuck. But I'm just gonna keep going. Irritability, yes. I don't know if you can no, because this is just my tone, but I get frustrated really quick. Very, very quickly. Y'all probably seen that already. I get frustrated very quickly. And it stays there. I'm probably gonna have a nice conversation after I come off of this to where I won't feel that way. But then a couple of minutes later, I'm gonna feel something else. So I'm just gonna keep moving. Limited expression of positive emotions. Little hesitation in approaching or interacting with unfamiliar adults. I'm gonna say that again. Little hesitation in approaching or um, interacting. Yeah, that's that. I was writing real quick. So, interacting with unfamiliar adults, and I took a picture and sent it to my mom, and I was like, "Does this look familiar?" And she was like, "I was about to say no, but then I said it was the part with going up to people." Because I remember being a kid and her yelling at me for running up to some like her friends used to come to the house or we used to go to first of all, I can't tell you how many times I hugged my mother. I can't tell you how many times I kissed my mother because I don't know. And I really don't think it's a lot. I really don't think it's a lot. Is it's really not. Like I can tell her I love her too much, too much through the phone while I feel so crazy like I'm ready to jump through the phone and get in her skin type shit. Like because I miss her so much. But when her people used to come around and like me hugging her and giving her kisses and shit like that, I didn't do that. I didn't feel like she cared. I didn't feel like she cared. You know, you a kid and you seeing your mom get excited when she sees other kids. Meanwhile, you're being yelled at and on punishment all the fucking time. Like so to see her with those that big smile that I used to always love to see and that I love to see now, like that big smile you was giving to those kids, I wanted that big smile. That hug that you gave to that kid, or you just embraced that kid when he came and hugged you, I want that. I can't get it from you. I want that. I remember, there's a lot of times I remember going to give hugs or going to give kisses, and it was not just her, but you know, her or I would usually have to kind of force it on my grandmother, but she's just silly like that. But majority of the time, she wasn't playing. But it was like emotion wasn't really all that love shit was not really it wasn't really known on that side. Like I don't really remember hearing it much until I got to like shit. I can't even say high school. I can say I probably heard more "I love yous" in the past like 8 years than I remember hearing. period, from like ever with my mom and my grandma. I'm getting way more I love yous now than I was getting then. So when I used to go out with my mom and or her friends would come over to the house with their kids or whatever, whatever. First of all, I wasn't playing with nobody because I didn't want nobody touching my toys. You're not coming in my room. You're not messing this up. Stay next to your mother. I didn't play with any kids. Um, I just had my music and my the Babysitters Club books and the quest cards was has like the different school subjects on it and different little parts, and you turn it over, like one side has questions, the other side has the answers or whatever. I had, it was like a thick ass stack. That was my chill music and just learning, and I did that by myself. So it's like seeing her do all of that with them. When her people would come over and it was somebody that was a friendly face, like I didn't know them, but their face was inviting to where I felt like I can come give you a hug. I remember getting yelled at because it was like, you don't know that person? Don't ever hug strangers. And I've gotten yelled at a few times for doing that. So I sent it to her and she was basically saying, yeah, I remember telling you no, not to do that, and basically not to hug strangers is dangerous and shit like that. But what the fuck? I couldn't tell the difference. I couldn't tell the difference. They seem nicer to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so whatever. Um Let me see what else I got. I don't really have anything else for reactive attachment, so I'm gonna go with the other things. Um, Complex PTSD, which I'm just learning about today. Um, I'm just learning about that today, where basically it says it's obviously different. Like regular PTSD, they say, from people who witness events, and it's mostly when they're older, right? They witness events, and every time they're around something to remind them of that event, they respond in a way. That's regular PTSD, as opposed to complex PTSD, which is what I have. It's a lifelong thing, like it's a chronic thing from childhood, and it was like it was reoccurring trauma. That's the only way that you can have complex PTSD, is it stems from childhood, and the trauma is reoccurring. Whether they say it can be, I wrote all over this page, all over this book, but where they say it can be like, what's the word? Um, well, there's another thing. Bad fucking memory. Um, but I'm really trying to remember where I was. Okay, yeah, the lifelong. It depends on, it's a reoccurring abuse. It can be sexual abuse, which I've never been sexually abused. It can be mental abuse, physical abuse, verbal abuse. Um, yeah, and I would say that I had the last three. I was never sexually abused, but as far as mentally, physically, and verbally, oh yeah, oh yeah, definitely. And that part is hard to deal with. It's hard to deal with. That's one of the reasons why I broke my book. because it's like, I'm sorry, I came to get my glasses. But it's like, in any case, when you have a child, not even when you have a child, but yeah, when you just human beings, period. Nobody asked to be here. You feel what I'm saying? Like, nobody asked to be here. So I think that you should be doing the right thing. You should want to do the right thing at least. You know, I was trying to make excuses, which I always do for other people, as to why I get the treatment that I get. Maybe they were just this, maybe they were just that, maybe they don't know how to, maybe they. And it's like, now I know I can't do that, because where I feel it's before even the diagnosis, where I felt like it was draining me, even trying to like talk to somebody, or me just anything that had to do with me. It just seemed like, nope, just stay over there. I can't be around you. Like, it was always something. So I felt like it was just me. But it's like, bro, I didn't even do nothing. Like, what am I doing? So I feel like you're supposed to do the right thing, or at least want to do the right thing when you have a child. You want to take that time. You want to be sensitive. You want to be easy. You feel what I'm saying? And I know in any case that it's not easy all the time. I know that a fucking kid is stressful, man. I can't even take the noise with the crying. I can't even deal with that. I'm either gonna leave the house, leave the room, leave whatever area I'm in that baby's in, because I don't want to hear it. It'll make me angry. But I don't. I just can't do it. Like, so I'm gonna go into complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Any relationship. Remember, it's a lifelong thing. Something that you. It's a chronic thing from childhood to adulthood. It's just reoccurring traumatic events. Um, for complex PTSD, any relationship to me is a threat. Any relationship where I feel like, yeah, I do feel that way, because I'm just gonna explain it. I'm not gonna go into the stories, but yeah, I feel like it's definitely a threat, because can I really trust you? Are you really gonna do what you say? Are you really gonna like be there? You're telling me this, but do you mean it? Am I going to be mistreated? It's all these questions. And it's not just um it's any relationship. It's not just like your spouse. It's any relationship, family, friends, all of that. It goes for any relationship. And the other symptoms, it says flare up anger. Yes, very much so. um it starts here. It starts in here. Like, I'll feel it doing this. It's doing this. And it's like real slow, right? And by the time it gets to like right here, now I'm like this. And this is all I'm using my fist to hit anything, or to this is something that I've been doing since a kid, which I feel is really bad. But it's the only way that's going into another disorder. But guys, like, so it's really bad. It's really bad. It's really quick. Not lasting quickly, but my response is really quick. Um, a numbing feeling, or like a distant feeling, where I pretty much say I'm just here. Like I know I'm here, but I've always said like I feel neutral. Like I really don't care about this that's happening. I don't really care much about that that's happening unless it's something that hits home. Not really something that hits home, but unless it's like some type of injustice or it's like that person didn't deserve it. That's when I feel things like the most. Like so, yeah, those are the only times that I feel things. Or if I'm around somebody that I really like, I still have those numb feelings, but then it's numb along with just don't ever leave me type shit. Like, you know what I mean? So, um, yeah, numbing, distant feelings. It says long-term trauma, childhood abuse, emotional dysregulation, where I pretty much can't um, manage what level it's at. Whereas a normal person would be here, right? With they shit. Like, okay, we'll just do this is someone else, this is me, right? This regular shit, this is me. So uh a regular problem might probably raise someone's blood pressure about this much. The doctor said, and I definitely know it's I'm up here with it. Like it's no I'm up here with it. So now we're back to this regular ground here. Anything. It can be anything. When somebody regular would respond like this, I'm all the way up here with it. No matter what it is. It's annoying because it's annoying, it's embarrassing, and people say not to be embarrassed, but how are you going to tell me not to be embarrassed? I'm embarrassed. Like fuck you talking about? I'm embarrassed. Like I'm used to there's a stigma behind mental illness, man. It's like we're bad or something. Like it's and it just takes it just like some understanding would help. A nice conversation would help. Some good words would help. A hug maybe. I don't really like hugs though. I don't really like to be touched like that. All those loving things, holding hands and giving hugs and shit. I don't really like that unless it's somebody that I really like, or if I have those strong feelings of love like towards my mom and my grandma, where I need a hug. That's the only time. Otherwise I don't care for it. I don't want to hug. I don't want to back rub. Don't do any of those soothing. Get off me. I don't want any of those things. I don't like any of those things. Um, it says strong. It says it again. Strong anger. I was writing down what she was naming as she said it. So strong anger, shift in persona to where after that it says damaged, blamed, deserving, which is basically instead of me seeing that somebody else did me wrong, this is complex PTSD that I'm talking about. Knowing, even though I know that somebody was, they did the wrong thing, to me, it's my fault. It's all my fault. And I'm down to myself for it. Maybe I need to do this. Maybe I need to do that. Or if I just didn't respond this way, or maybe if I would have did this and that, maybe I deserve it. Like this it's real shit though. Like, this is disassociative, I guess, like nature, personality, whatever. I'm just kind of like, well, I was saying, I know I'm here. Like I know I'm here, but it's like I'm outside looking in instead of being one and just seeing the world type shit. It's like that doesn't it doesn't seem that way. Um, I'm sorry for the pauses. It's a lot up here. Not what's written down, but I'm it's like static. It's a lot of noise up here. So it's like I'm trying to find what I'm trying to say to you guys through that. I'm hearing it here. I'm hearing it here. And it's like, imagine, remember back in the day where we would turn on the TV before we got to a good channel and it was like, shh, but it was so loud. Kick it up higher than it was. Kick it up higher. And this is what's in my head every day, all day, and like, or I'll hear talking, but it's like a whisper, like whispers, or my grandmother's voice. Like she's in the room, but she's not. She's all the way in New York. And I clearly heard her call my name the other day. I'll hear her saying things, or I'll hear my mom like in my sleep out here, and I'll get up and look around like, and then I'll be sad because in all reality she's not there. So it's really fucked up, man. This is what happens. And I do not like it. I don't like it. But it happens whenever I talk about them. Like I've been gone from them for so long, and it's like I want to go back, but I feel like it's gonna be so bad. I don't even want to deal with it. I can't even lie. Like I can't even lie. I don't even want to deal with it. Then it's a lot of it. It also with another with more symptoms. It brings a lot of um negative thoughts about yourself. You know, a lot of negative thoughts. And people get mad at me because I say things like, well, people compliment me. I'll be like, oh, yeah, okay, like, thank you, but I don't feel that way. Oh, hey, Chino, you look nice today. Or, oh, just compliments, period. I don't see what they see. I don't see what they see. So I'm not, I mean, thank you, but I don't see what you see. It's cool to hear, I guess. But it's not sitting on me. It's like it's really going in one ear and just like it's not even going through. It's tapping the ear, then like sliding across my forehead, tapping here, and then it's out. It doesn't even go through. I hear you, but none of that. It just doesn't sit, y'all. Like it don't sit. Another thing is hard to concentrate. Yeah, it is. When you dealing with a whole bunch of shit in your head, it's mad noise. It's so much noise up here, man. I feel like it's a war going on up there. Like it's so freaking loud. Like, and the fact that I have nothing on, none of these TVs are on. I don't have no music playing or nothing is killing me right now. I'm having trouble trying to tell y'all if I'm not looking at this book, I'll be going in circles. Again, this is a podcast for, I mean, I hope that what's down there, I hope that the way I wrote it out is down there because it's not like my regular podcast. I'm not editing anything. I might. No, I'm not editing anything. I'm not gonna edit anything. I'm just gonna once I finish this, boo, and then go to you wherever I'm at and just start sharing it. Hey, I just did my podcast. Blah blah. Just started. Whatever. I would not be able to focus if this book was not in front of me. I'd be doing a whole bunch of things right now. I'd be going in circles, and this one person that's watching, I thank you for being here this whole time. I don't know if it's an actual person or a bot, but I guess thanks for being here. And I'm just gonna go through the rest of them. I'm checking on this side to see if I'm missing anything else about complex PTSD because I don't think I got everything. But the main one, I'm about to get into this last one, which is I think the one that takes up majority of my majority of my life. Is this borderline personality disorder shit. When she told me, when the psych told me that I even had it, I took my glasses off, I sat it on the table, and I leaned forward and I said, "What? What does that even mean? It doesn't even sound good. It don't even sound good. So what does that mean?" And she was asking me all of these questions. She didn't even ask me all of these questions. That was before. That was when she was trying to figure out what it was. But then toward the end, after the conversation was finished and she came up with her diagnosis, she told me and I asked, explain it to me. And she said, basically, do you ever feel you're not you're not yourself? I'm like, yeah, that's a couple of days ago. This was 2 weeks ago. I was saying 2 days ago, I got into something. I was feeling really upset, and I couldn't tell that I was sitting down. I couldn't feel that I was sitting down. Like I couldn't feel my butt. I couldn't feel my legs. I couldn't feel my feet. And I'm not handicapped. I can walk. So it's like, why was I not feeling those things? And I was rubbing my legs to try and, I couldn't feel anything. So she was like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then, what else? Do you ever hear voices? And this just so happened to be the day after I heard my grandmother call my name and ask if I was okay. So I told her that. And it's usually with BPD, which gets confused with those letters as bipolar disorder, but that's not it. BPD is borderline personality disorder. Um, but with that, um, I forgot where it was. My grandmother. She said with that you're hearing voices, but it's their familiar voices. And when they're not familiar, okay, the example was this. The example was, imagine being in a room and you hear somebody call your name. Now, if the voice is familiar, I'm not turning around because I know you. You're not a threat to me. But when it gets to the other side of that and you're hearing other shit, it's like when I was in the shower before I even got out, I felt like I heard shoo, like not a sound, somebody saying shh, and I moved back the curtain and I'm looking and I didn't see anybody. I didn't hear my dog's feet. I didn't hear anything. So then I closed the curtain back and I backed up and I'm like, this gonna piss me off. Cause it's like, I know about the static. These voices are new. The voices didn't happen until like 3 years ago. But it wasn't familiar voices. Cause I would remember being like on the street and walking and turning around if I'm hearing something and asking whoever I'm with, did you hear that? I'm like, no. And then I would feel messed up. Well, yeah, well, here it is. Because there really was nothing but what the fuck was in my head. So, borderline personality disorder, the things are extreme emotion. Um, Chronic is basically a fear of, she said, it's either real or perceived abandonment. Um, I feel like you're gonna leave me, even though you're telling me you're not, or me having those feelings that you're gonna leave and you just left verified my shit. So it's kind of like the same thing I'm trying to stop. I'm kind of making it happen in a way. Not cool, but I kind of make it happen in a way. Um, Unstable identity. When she described it, when Dr. Ramani, yes, Dr. Ramani, when she described it, she was basically saying how, like, it can be changing hair, like somebody changing their hair color or just changing something about themselves. And I was like, oh, I cut my hair millions of times. Millions of times. I done had so many different hairstyles, I don't know what to do with it. I've gotten tattoos and they say risky behavior as well, and like binge things. Drug or alcohol abuse. I don't drink anymore, but from 2006 to like 2016, I was drinking all day, every day. All day, every day. I would get up in the morning, hit my people up, yo, what you doing? If I didn't have a hit up already asking what I was doing, but I'm usually the first one to wait. So yeah. Um, so liquor store opens at 11 o'clock. We outside at 8 because we still smoking weed too. So I'm up at 7, out by 8, meeting my people, my brothers and my friends right there, like not even 3 minutes away from the building. And I would just have at it all day. Intoxicated all day. Barely eat. Barely eat. I probably ate like once a day. But all day be messed up. Weed didn't bother me. But then my cousin calls it a crossfade, where you're basically drunk and high at the same time. I don't like the feeling. It feels like, I don't know if you guys play GTA, when it has that little that wavy line. That's how my body feels. That's how my vision is. I would always feel like I'm sinking at the end of the day, like sinking through the floor, sinking through the couch or whatever. I would feel like I'm sinking. So it wouldn't be cool. It was never cool. It wasn't fun. The end result wasn't fun. Going through it was a great time. It was a great time because we had a lot of fun. But at the end of the day, I suffered. The day after, I suffered again because it was every day, all day, for 10 years. Until one day I finally got tired of, I got tired of smelling it. I got tired of drinking. So I stopped. I think I probably threw up one last time, and that was it. And now to this day, I still won't take a drink. So what was that, like 3 years, 4 years, about to be 5? I still won't take a drink. I get a beer, but I was drinking heavy stuff before. We were drinking heavy shit, like real heavy shit. Devil Springs, vodka, all the Haitian shit. We was drinking heavy stuff. I drink one Heineken. One Heineken might turn into 3, but I try not to. For those things that I know I'll be addicted to, I try not to. So it's like where I remember a couple of months ago we went now we got like a pack of Heinekens because her mom had came from Orlando, so we had like the big 24 pack. I'll probably say 4% on the battery. Ooh, I'll probably say mm, I have 2 beers. Like I have 2 beers, and then I'll question the third one. Do I want to drink this? Like I'll question that, and more than likely I won't. If I question it, I won't do it. That's the thing about me. I kind of like that. Like I spent some time trying to get to know myself. When I moved to Virginia, I spent a lot of time trying to get to know myself. So I did a lot of reading. I did a lot of those things. So it's like I have a sense of I know what I like. You understand? Like I know what I like. Those kind of things. Um, but let's see, make sure it's plugged in. Okay, yeah. As far as anything else, just everything was. I would say that I lived within those years that I was drinking because I had a lot of fun. I had more fun during those 10 years with my friends than I've had my entire life. And we talk about it to this day. We'll still sit there and we'll be like, man, we could have made a movie, or we could still make a movie, or somebody could write a book, and we'll all have, like, you know how they got them books, they got them certain parts. We could even write a book. None of us are doing it, but hopefully one day. But let me keep going through this. Unstable identity. Yeah, I said I had a bunch of haircuts. I had a shitload of haircuts. I had every hairstyle in the book I could possibly think of before I decided to lock my hair. And when I decided to lock my hair, that's when I was going through that patience journey. These taught me that. So now I'm a lot better. I don't really use it. It depends. I knew I was gonna do it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. Good thing they grow back. But these taught me patience. And instead of me fighting and blowing up as much as I used to, I now use my words. So it's very, very hard to not respond the way I want to respond and just use my words. It sucks. Um, but I know that it's for a good cause. You better sit down. I know that it's for a good cause. I know that it's a call for peace. I know all of these things. So I basically tried it out, and it works. But it's also trying as hell. You feel like when you're more patient, well, I feel like once I decided to not fight all the time, my problems seemed to have gotten worse. Because then I was running into people that was walking over me. They were doing like this relationship that I'm in. I can say whatever I want to say until I'm blue in the face. She doesn't care, and I can't hit her. And it's not my house to mess up. I am on the lease, but she's that type of person where it's like, well, I took your name off of this. I did this. I did that. Anything to make me feel like this. That's the wave that she's on. And I be trying to tell her it's not cool. I don't come at you like that. I don't want to do what I don't want to do. Like, you feel me? Like, but it's being in that negative space is really messing me up. It makes it seem like I'm being attacked just like all at once. And I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that because I don't want to be angry. So I have to get out of here with that. Abandonment issues. I think we spoke about that a little earlier, where it was like fear of real or perceived abandonment, where I might feel like, well, an example that they gave was, an example that Dr. Romney gave was, say parents wanted to clean out the garage and they called you over and just to let you know that they moved your things out of the garage, so they can fix it. For someone with borderline personality like I know I wouldn't care. You take my box, I carry my things with me. My life is with me. So, I mean, but for someone else suffering the same thing, she said it could make them feel like they about to write them off basically. Or, they kicking them out or any worst case scenario. That's what was understood for me. It's pretty much what she said. Um, okay, this is one that kind of messed me up. Not really too much, but it did kind of open my eyes. I did understand it because I do have those feelings. I do have those feelings. So um, they said that first of all, one in 100 people, 1 in 100 people are diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. On top of that, they said it's the most. Nobody wants to deal with people with borderline personality disorder. Not even the doctors. Because it's controversial, it's hard to treat. Nobody wants to deal with it. That's like anybody. So with that, it has the highest suicide rate. The highest freaking suicide rate. It says it's also the most dangerous mental disorder. So that sucks when I hear it. That's not all the information that I have, but just right now, I'm just saying what I was left at. So inside, inside, inside. So yeah, the highest rate of suicide. They said it's the most dangerous mental disorder. Um, it's distressing. She said it's very distressing, which yeah, it is. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. That's what the hell it is. It's exhausting as hell. It's like you don't have no sense of anything. Like you don't have a sense of anything. You don't know. I wake up every day feeling like here we go. That's how I feel all the time. Like, here we go. What's gonna happen today now? I don't wake up happy. Like I don't wake up happy. The days that I wake up happy is when I have a song, I hear a song in my head right before I wake up, and then I automatically go put music on as soon as I pick my phone up and I go straight to the song. I'll be fine then. Right? I'm fine then. So she also called it transient stress induced paranoid ideation. It's disturbing. Um, I haven't had a chance to process what's wrong. Like I haven't had a chance to process any of these things. So the point of this would be to have you guys go on a journey with me. Um, because I have not processed it. I'd rather I'd rather just I don't know, guys. I don't know what the hell I'd rather do. I don't want to go to therapy because I feel like if I go to therapy, these people don't give a shit about me. I feel like they don't give a shit about me. So, hold on. I'm going to be talking to these people. And am I going to feel like you even, like, I know it's your job to be there. It's your job to ask questions. But do you really want to be here and talk to me today? Are you really here to help me? I have that's how I feel, like no matter what. Like, are you really here for any good? I question everything. I have relationships. I have meaningful relationships. I got friends that I've had for over 20 years. Friends that I've known for over 10 years. And it's really in a group that I really care about, including the people that I've known for over 20 years and over 10 years. It's 5 people, 5 select people out of it's a lot of people that I know for that those year those spans, but I can honestly say I can just peacefully talk to 5 of those people. 5 of those people, which is pretty sad. But I mean, I think with this, it says that we have to have like a support group, and you need to be able to trust who you're talking to, who you're giving your information to, because it is personal. It is. I don't know who else feels embarrassed about having it, but I do. I feel embarrassed about it. I'm mad at it. I'm mad about a lot of shit. I feel like I shouldn't even have these things. I feel like I shouldn't even have these things. But I can't control life, and it's is what it is. So I'm definitely gonna need what they said. I'm gonna need therapy my whole life. I'm gonna need therapy my entire life, which I don't want. Hold on. Sorry, my chain was stuck. But I'm gonna need therapy for my whole life, and the fact that doctors don't want to work with people who have borderline personality disorder, I feel like that's kind of setting us up in a way. Should mental health, I feel like mental health is, if not more important than physical health. I want to say equally, but then you can change your body if you don't like it. I can't change what's going on up here. I can it's like it's how much can therapy really do to somebody who doesn't trust anybody? That I'm really going to sit in your face and trust me telling you these things and trust that you're going to have the response that I need? With me being frustrated over dumb things, like I can't even say over dumb things. I get irritated real easy about a lot of things. So it's like you're gonna ask me questions. Well, why do you feel like that? Well, how do you? You're the doctor. I had therapy one time, and it was just off of. I was in high school, just one time, and I couldn't even like stop asking me these stupid ass questions. Like I'm showing you how I feel right now. Don't ask me how I feel. I'm showing you how I feel right now. You feel what I'm saying? You're gonna it's I don't know. I don't know. Why can't I? And then it's if with it being expensive as well, like, and not just for the other disorders, it's only for this one. Because nobody wants to deal with anybody that has it. It's the stigma behind borderline personality disorder is so disturbing, y'all. It's so bad. And it's like I would hear people say, damn, like you mean. Like, I'm really not. I'm really not. I'm really not. But the stigma behind it, mean, devils. If I Google this shit right now, because it's crazy. Like, why can't you give us, if you know that for certain diseases is we're gonna need more help, Why can't you give it to us for free? I can't like my own video. But yeah, why can't you give it to us for free? If you know that we need this help that's going to be lifelong, why can't we have help? Why can't you give us that free help? The woman said, Dr. Ramani said, it's very, very expensive because the checkups would have to be basically every day. Like a wellness check, it'll have to be every single day. Therapy would have to be about 3-4 times out of the week. So I could understand where it would be expensive to be back and forth, but then I could also understand. I can't. I was going to say I could also understand why they don't want to work with all of these stigmas behind it. But then you're a doctor. You have the tools to give us this access to get help. And I think the woman said in 2016 or 2017, there was something written where no doctors would want to work with anybody that has it at all. And then the woman on the one that was actually talking about it, she gave the example, like, she was on the phone and she was telling people how she basically, what she wanted. She wanted the treatment or whatever, but when they asked what for, and she said what it was, she said they hung up on her. The doctor hung up on her, not before saying, obviously they don't work with borderlines. And I think that's messed up because you have all the tools to give us. Why can't we go and get a tooth pulled for free if we're in pain? Why can't we go and get medicine and get stitched up real quick if we get shot and all of this other shit? There's free. I mean, even though they send you the bill, even though, why are there not? It's so important, y'all. Like, I don't see how you're trying to help someone with an illness and you're throwing them away. Now they said if they throw them, they not throw them away, but that's my words because that's basically what you're doing. But you give up. They're basically giving up on the fact that we can't be helped because it's so intense. It's so much therapy that you need. And they don't want to go through it. They don't want to go through the complexities of having to deal with someone with borderline personality disorder. Going through 10 different emotions, not even 10 different emotions, or whatever amount of different emotions in an hour is enough for the person already. You being the expert, you should be there. You feel what I'm saying? You had all the skills to diagnose me. So have the skills just like you do for everything else for us. There should be free centers, free mental health centers, free information, free help, free therapy. This shit counts. We can't do nothing with this if it's messed up. We can't live right. I can't hold a job. I still don't have my own place. There's nothing, there's the things that I'm supposed to have right now, I don't have. And these things are main things with bipolar, with borderline personality. Like it's VPS, it's all the same. BPD is the same shit. Like that all leads into those exact problems. And you throwing us away because you don't want to have to deal with those problems. That's the point of you being a doctor. You're supposed to. But let me get off of that. Um, Now it says it's two with BPD. The two main things is like instability and impulsivity. And then it says that there's nine major things. I'm just gonna read them off. Just real quick, the instability, not the nine things, but the instability part. They have this instability in relationships, instability in your sense of self, instability in your moods, your behavior, and basically feel it's like a push and pull, like the abandonment thing again. Um, so then I'm gonna go to the nine um, I don't know, characteristics, traits, or whatever you want to call it. Um, so the first thing is said fear of abandonment, and under it it says real or perceived, like we've been talking about. The next one it says unstable and or intense personal relationships. Um, the next one would be not knowing who you are, that like changing different things, changing the hairstyles and bunch of tattoos, just doing random things, piercings, things like that. um, Acting without acting or doing, or acting and or doing without thinking. I do that a lot. I moved to Florida and I didn't even think about it. I had one plan, and that was to come out here, get my license, drive Shorty's car to deliver, like work for myself, because I know I can't be around anybody. Even though I've tried. I was working at BJ's before I got here. I was just a hostess, and people love me. I was getting gifts and stuff like I can talk to people, but it was very uncomfortable being there. When it got quiet and I needed something to move me around or something to make me feel, I don't know, better, or to stop the thoughts, or to stop myself from feeling like I'm about to lose my shit when nothing even happened, I think it's better for me to work by myself. So that was the plan, to come out here and do that. And when I got here, ain't none of that happened. Ain't none of that happened. Instead, I'm living with somebody who don't want me here, which is type fucked up. You, I'm OD cleaning in here. I don't know how to cook. She does the cooking, and the fact that she cooks for me, well, it's not even for me because she has a daughter. So the fact that she cooks, but when we have those arguments, she says it's for me, I blow her off like, bro, you always say it's always you and yours. So you don't cook for me. You cook to make sure that your daughter eats. And then once you come on the fucking table, I'm making a sandwich. It's like I don't want any parts. You make me feel like it's a lot, y'all. It's really a lot. So basically that acting or that doing without me basically saying I picked up and I left everything I knew without knowing anything here, blindly walking into the lion's den with meat strapped around my ass. So it's like this is where I'm at. Um Crazy. Suicidal attempt. Yeah. I have a lot of those a lot of times. Mostly when I'm angry. Mostly when it's those feelings that I can't seem to place why it's so much. I feel those things. I've tried to walk into at least three E-ways, the conduit. I don't like taking pills, so I wasn't, I'm not doing no pill popping or nothing like that. I'm not cutting. I don't do that. Um, but I find something and want to jump off it, like the whatever bridge is the highest. I want to go and jump off the bridge. And I can't swim. That'll be easy. Or walking onto the E-way or whatever, and you got all these motherfucking cars going by, and the lights are so bright. You ain't really gonna see me, and you're not gonna slow down in time. So I'm pretty much good. Like, I tried to jump in front of a truck a few times. That same shit. It's always a truck that I'm waiting for. I don't feel like a car can do enough damage. So it's always those thoughts of like the most, but I'm not gonna do it. I don't feel like I'm gonna do it because I like life. Like, on the other side of all of this, I love outside. I love seeing people. I love seeing things. I love hearing things at a decent tone, of course. So yeah, I have those feelings, but it's mostly because I don't know where to place it. And it's not like I really want to do it, but that's how intense it is. That's how I feel at the time. Whether it counts or not for somebody else, it can be, you doing too much. Like like, and then you're gonna make me jump because now I feel like you're making fun of me. Your emotions they're not mine. And I have to go through that. I have to go through trying to express myself to people and hearing them try to compare their shit to mine. And I know you. Your shit don't even match mine. Like, I know you. I don't like hearing a comparison all the time unless I know that you really got something to compare it to. I don't want to hear it. Because then I feel like you just trying to jump ship. And it's like, or bandwagon, what people say. I don't think it's cool. Like, it's not cool. Listen more. Tell your story after. I didn't call you to hear about you. We talked about you yesterday, just so to speak. Just like, example. I don't want to talk about you. It gets bad. So yeah. Affective instability. And remember we said earlier, affect, they said it was like mood, emotion. So I can have a bunch of different mood shifts in a span of like 10 minutes. A bunch of different mood shifts in a span of 5 minutes. In an hour, I'm exhausted. By the time an hour hits, I'm exhausted. By the time 30 minutes hits, I'm exhausted. Because it's like I'm fighting shit. I'm getting goosebumps. I'm fighting shit. Okay. I don't want to feel bad. But that's pretty much what it is. Like, that's what it is. Um, Chronic feelings of emptiness. She said, imagine, this was an example that she gave. She said, we all have the skeleton, right? Head to foot, we got the skeleton. She said, for a normal person, without that skeleton, they'll collapse, right? She said, for someone like me with BPD, we have half of that skeleton, right? We have half of that. And this half is completely empty. It's like a bottom, this bowl, this whole bottom is not there. So whatever I'm pouring inside of this bowl is coming right out. That's basically how it is. No matter what I fill no matter what I try to fill it with, conversations, trying to talk to the people that I know really care about me and hearing everything that they're saying, but it's coming and going. I'm smoking because I want to feel better. It's coming and going. I'm buying myself all these things to fill whatever that is, and it's coming and going. Nothing stays. So I just kind of walk around feeling like all day. Pretty much. And it's kind of easy to be irritated that way because like nothing helps. Not to mention the last thing that she added, and I had to write it down. I took more notes. On these things. But it wants to, she said, to enhance, not enhance, to, you put in caps something. So whatever word I'm trying to find to make it known that like the main thing is extreme emotion, period. There's no, there's, I can't, well, that's what we was doing, this level right here, where somebody where anything and all of their emotions is just this level, just like this. They feel it and then they put it back. This is where they're at, right? Whereas me, I'm here. It's always this. Always. I would like this. Because this is way too fucking much. It's way too much. And I'm sorry for cursing, but it's like this my shit. Like, this my channel. I'm saying what it is. This is what I'm feeling like. I have times where I get so mad, I don't know what to do, y'all. Like, I done hurt my hand so many times. I done messed this hand up so many times. This hand, this side over here, yeah, it's this side. I barely have a dip in these knuckles, these last two knuckles anymore. From the last time I came down on the floor. And you know how sometimes you sit on the bed and you want to get up off of your hands? I can't do that. I can't sit like this. I can't do it. And this now I'm my left hand is getting messed up now. The right is already screwed. Just beating myself up. It's this right here, where it's like I just tick down the bridge of my nose, and I'll just continue just to feel something, and it's like you're hearing every time I'm doing this, and it leaves like a burgundy, like I pop the blood vessels in my nose, not in my nose, but this whole area here, like straight down, is about is this, it ends up being this color, and it stays there for like 2 weeks. It stays there for like 2 weeks. In the case that I have those fits where I beat myself up, my temples hurt. It's hard to chew. It's hard to yawn. I can't lay down, especially not on the side. This do-rag would not be able to be on my head. I can't have anything on. These glasses would not be able to be on my face because my temples would be swollen. I'd have a headache, unbelievably bad headache. But it's like that's the only way I can get it out. That's what my body said to do at that time. The doctor described it as basically we're like an open nerve. So like we feel everything. Like overfeel. Hypersensitivity, I think she said. Yeah, she said we overfeel and it's hypersensitive, which makes sense because I always feel like I feel too much. Like I love too much. I'm too angry or I care too much. Everything is too much. And it's always, when I respond, it's like, calm down. Don't fucking tell me to calm down. What are you talking about, calm down? It's a lot. And I can't tone it down. But after that, I feel like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. Like in the middle of it, I know that I'm doing something wrong, but I can't stop myself. Again, that's being outside of my body looking in like, damn, bro, like, But I can't stop myself until it's done. And by the time it's done, I'm exhausted. I'm tired now. I need to lay down. But then I don't want to lay down because now I'm mad. I'm still mad. And I got to get up. And then I'm mad for days. I be mad for days. I don't forgive nothing. I be trying, but it don't work. I try. I definitely do try, but it don't work. So I'm just gonna let me see. Should I? Okay, these last three things. I'm gonna just read what's on this page, and then after that, I'm just gonna probably not abruptly end the video, but I'm just gonna say a few things, and I have to figure out how to put this. We'll talk about this in a second. Um, it said that BPD is basically biological vulnerability, and it comes from invalidation at an early age, constant invalidation at an early age, getting brushed off, constantly. Um, and it said hostile, like coming from your environment, so it can be like hostile, abusive, negating, critical, but ongoing. And they said it's good to catch it early. And the reason why this is kind of like messed me up. Not really. Everything is messing me up, but the reason she said the reason why it's called borderline personality disorder is because we are on the border of psychosis and neurosis. And she said, for example, it's like a third degree burn. We feel everything that intense. Sadness, happiness, anger, whatever is that intense. Um, I feel like, yeah, I feel like that was all of it. I'm not. I just did that was I did some research, but it's not a lot. Like I said, we got time because I'm gonna be on it. I can't help it now. I need to because I don't. It can't be cured. I can't get therapy, even though it's not the only thing. It's the worst thing, and I actually need therapy for it, but I won't be able to be seen for it. So I have to figure out ways to deal with that. Find out what helps. Start that cutting off process because I'm on it. Like goosebumps again, y'all. I'm on it. It's already people that I'm trying to talk to and they brushing me off, and it's just me trying to reconnect. Like imagine trying to reconnect, and it's I'm not gonna keep trying. I'm already out of my box reaching. So it's like, give me something. You feel what I'm saying? Like, give me something. And it's not like a relationship thing. It is a relationship thing, but I mean spousal. It's not like a spousal relationship thing. It's a friendship thing that I'm talking about now. My friend was diagnosed with something, and I think that she's separated herself from everybody. But we have always been like this. So it's like all of a sudden we're not this anymore. You were able to tell me anything, but we had a falling out. So I don't know if that is contributing or if it's just like I just don't want to be bothered. I don't know what it is. But just trying to reach out and let her know, listen, you're not by yourself. You were never by yourself. I'm trying to talk to you And being left on scene is really it's really like it's starting to piss me off. So I think with that, there's it's like it's opening my eyes to understand that I'm not. There's going to be a lot of relationships that I want that I can't have. There's going to be a lot that I can't have. This is one of them, and she's one of them. That's two already gone. So it's like we have issues letting go, obviously. Sorry, guys. Oh, ladies calling. Oh, you cute, huh?
Hi, I was calling you because I was rushing to get ready, so I just wanted to call you before I headed out.
You look amazing.
Huh?
You look amazing.
I can't hear you.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm doing my YouTube.
You're doing it now?
Yeah, I already said I'm gonna answer. Like I wasn't editing anything out. It is what it is, pretty much. So
Yeah.
You're in the video, not your name but your voice and everything is in the video. So.
Oh God. Okay, call me back later.
I'm not bothered by it. I mean, if you are, then yeah, but I'm not.
No,
I'll show you once I'm done. I'll send it to you before I put it up.
Okay.
I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah.
All right.
Everybody.
Later. One of the people that are she's a childhood friend, very, 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 she's like, so she brings me peace like a mother. I mean, like, and it's always been that way. She's always been so uplifting. She's one of those 5 people. So you just seen me in the state. I already told you I wasn't editing anything. This is what it is. It's going up. Boom. So I feel like I'd have to cut people off. I don't really want to, but it is what it is. And I think I'm going to just end up doing more. I'm going to move my podcast here. I'm going to move it here. The audio. I'm going to move all of those here. I'm probably going to have to redo those episodes and just put a visual on it. And, or find a way to see if I can maybe upload, I don't know, audios. But if not, nonetheless, I'll just do a regular video. But I'll probably be more informative. I'll probably have more information for you guys for the next video. I'll have a set something. I didn't really figure it out yet. This is impulse right here. This is it right here. Prime example. I have nothing ready, but I just felt like I needed to, so I just jumped on it. I'm going to find ways in between to raise awareness as much as I can. While my other disorders are serious, they're not as serious as my BPD, I feel. The other ones aren't getting written off. And I feel like BPD is one of the main things that I need like the most help with. And that's the issue why they don't want to deal with them. So I have to find a way to raise some type of awareness, get a little bit more comfortable. Maybe I can find a way to, I don't know, be advocate for something, or I'm not sure. I want to do. There's so much information out there, and it's like people laugh at mental health, like or you make little jokes like somebody cleans up automatically, they got OCD just because they like things neat. They got OCD, and then OCD is not funny. I know people with OCD. It's not funny. It's not something that you would want to joke about. Or you tell somebody, oh, what they mood swings and a regular thing is automatically you bipolar. Bruh, that's not cool either. That's not cool either. You feel me? So it's like I'm gonna be bombing people, y'all. Like it's not. I'm not. I do. I was about to say I don't mean to, or I'm not meaning to, but yeah, I do. If I can clearly see that you're blatantly just not trying to be open minded and serious about something that it could happen to you, it's like it's too much now, because it's like I said, I thought I was just angry, so I wrote it off. I just felt like I just needed help. I just wrote it off because I just thought I was angry. But it's not. It was not that. It's four freaking mental disorders, all with their own type of severity in their own way. And the way I respond to these things, if someone else had my same disorders, maybe they're not the angry part of the thing. Maybe they're more sad. Maybe they do cut. Maybe they did succeed in freaking committing suicide. Like, it's real. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's real, y'all. Like, I know it's gonna be people that's gonna be on here and it's gonna be like, hey, talking shit and all of that, and that's cool. And I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna say what you're gonna say. You're gonna say what you're gonna say, because I mean, if everybody was together, if everybody was alike in the world, it'd be boring. So we need dickheads. But for the people that actually care, those are the people that I'm trying to reach out to. The people that are probably like me in this instance, who were nervous and still scared to even do it, to even show people that side of you. There's a lot of people that they don't know anything about this, and now they're about to know. So it's like you have that. If you're scared to be that way, you feel what I'm saying? I wanna just show it's okay. I guess, like, you can. I don't know. I don't know. But I am gonna try and raise more awareness because it's not fun. I'm gonna hashtag a few things. Once I come out of here, if I don't know, I'm gonna see what I see. People usually have things that like pop up in the corner and all this other stuff. I'm gonna figure out how to do that, but I'm not changing anything in the video. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna give you guys more updates, and I don't know. Hope that you guys watch, man. I hope that you guys watch. I hope that you don't get bored, and I can't really sit still. I'm trying to, I'm just being me. This is y'all have to see what it is. This is what my counselor said. So I gotta show you everything. Right now I'm cold, but I gotta show you everything. So my ups, my downs, all those things. You're gonna see all of it. And when you do get to the channel and you like the video, or whatever the case is, subscribe, like it. I'll do the sharing, but if you feel like somebody else might want to hear it, share it too. Like, Pass it around. I got all these hashtags down. I'm hashtagging everything. It needs to be known, man. Like, it needs to be known. I know a lot of people that killed themselves off of just not. I don't know if they had any disorders, but it's like it's really a lot, and it's really not a joke. It's really not. So oh my goodness, y'all. I think it was a long but decent episode. I mean, I guess y'all gonna tell me either way, right? So yeah, man, I'll be back in another couple of days. See what it get up to, and I'll probably have another thing down for y'all. Now it's not always gonna be. Excuse me. It's not always gonna be about mental health, but it is gonna be raw vision. So whatever I'm going through, you're gonna see it. It's not always going to be about mental health, but whatever I'm going through, you're going to see it. It's going to be that. It's going to be life, whatever. You feel me? Like, I might even be on here one day talking to one of my sisters and we end up having a back and forth, or we turn it into whatever. This is my spot. So, like I said on the other side, just trying to say something positive after all of this negative shit. Um, my friend said, if after I say 2 or 3 negative anythings, I have to give her a positive. So I feel my only positive is to end the video with this same thing that I have on my audio, my podcast. And I don't know, my people were telling me all day that it was okay to cry, it's okay to do this. And I mean, it did feel good at the moment, letting it out. But I'm going to say it's good to have, I understand what they say when they say to have someone rooting for you, like someone in your corner, somebody that cares type shit. Like, it's good to have somebody there to remind you that you're worth something. You feel what I'm saying? And if it's nobody that's saying that on the outside, I know how it feels. So we can be friends. Bring yourself here. We could be friends. We don't have to, we'll figure it out together. If that's, I'm still being helped, but I still have that protective. So I just don't, I care. You understand? So if there's anybody that feels that way, bring it here, man. Because this is where I'm laying it all out. So if y'all need to lay it all out, boom the comments. Like, I don't care. Like, it's a free space here. Free space. So I'm going to end this video. Um, I'm going to say thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And yeah, I appreciate being able to I appreciate the people, the 3 people that actually said that I could do it. And I was listening to them, and I was fighting it. But I listened to them. I'm glad I did. So, yeah. Again, I thank y'all for listening. This is Chino's Raw Corner. And, no, like I said, energy travels, man, even through the phone. So keep yours. And I'll be back next time. Thanks for watching.